I've been doing it over 25 years. It started with an idea. Of course, it's my culture, so I didn't have to learn it. It started with an idea of a lady asking me to make a tea for her in Wilmette. And she bought all the ingredients, you know, the egg salad and all that. And as I was making it, I was like, oh my goodness, no. No. I'm going to go home and show the ladies of the North Shore how to have a beautiful tea parties.
Yeah.
And I did. And my daughters helped me, and we really went on full, and they all supported me and invited me to my tea parties for their bridal showers, baby showers, women's clubs, and everything, and it never stopped. You know, there's this the discrepancy or this difference between high tea and afternoon tea. So when I explained the difference, the high tea was, first of all, the whole thing started, this whole beautiful affair and experience started in England in the 1800s with the royalty, because they could only afford to have tea. It came across the world. So that's why we have the tea caddies, and they would lock their teas up. And so in the afternoon, and of course the English invented, all the china here is bone china, English bone china. So of course they invented the bone china. And the main thing about this afternoon tea was presentation and conversation. So they had the beautiful china and the beautiful sterling silver and all this, these are all from England. This gorgeous setting of the table. And then they sat around on their lovely chairs and enjoyed just the tea and a little nibble. High tea, on the other hand, is a very kind of, there's a common pastime in England and Ireland, and it's hunting, but it's a very upper class pastime. And they would all go out on their hunt, and whatever they would bring back, they would cook it, like pheasant, grouse, hare, rabbit, and that would all be cooked and laid out on a beautiful big table around 8 o'clock in the evening, which is supper time, and that is actually what you call a high tea. And gentlemen and ladies and the piano and the cognac was served, because, again, when you're an aristocrat, you're served your order of meals. So in the morning, you would be served your breakfast. And in Europe, in those days, our main meal was in the daytime. It was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone came in. And then you have supper, the word supper, because supper was the light meal you had before you went to bed. So you had, in between the main meal of the day and the supper, we had the afternoon tea, because the Duchess got a little peckish, and she was ordered her afternoon tea. So 4 o'clock is the official time for an afternoon tea.
With just a nibble, with not much to eat.
Just a nibble, yes,
Right.
with the ladies with their tea. In Downton Abbey, you've never seen them eat. They just sip the tea.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, of course, 8 o'clock would be the supper, and that would be the beautiful arrangement of all the lovely game and everything that was caught by the hunt. It was all very, very upper class. And then, of course, we were all able to have tea. And then we had a war over the tea in America. And that's
So
it.
high tea is really supper.
High tea is really supper, yes.
So clotted cream, do you know how to make it?
No, and I've never even heard of it.
Heavy cream, take 2 pints of heavy cream,
Okay.
find a Pyrex baking dish,
Okay.
put them both in there and put them in your oven overnight at 175 for
Overnight?
12 hours.
You can keep your oven on while you go to sleep?
For 12 hours at 175. It comes out of the oven. You then put it into your refrigerator
Okay.
for 10 hours. Yeah.
This is an awful lot of planning.
22 hours. This is how clotted cream is made in the States. Then after 10 hours, you take it out and you wrap it. Well, you have to put plastic wrap over it when you put it in the fridge. Once you take it out of the fridge, there'll be this layer. There'll still be cream in the bottom, but there'll be this layer of sort of like, you'll be like, what is this? That's your clotted cream.
Then what
So
do you
it
do with
takes
the
almost,
cream at the bottom?
I don't know, throw it away. What do you mean?